at it again, baby, and we have one with Michael Knowles. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Let's dive in.
You cited a list of statistics in your talk which you claim support the idea that illegal immigrants are dangerous or criminals.
I cited a number of statistics that show that they commit federal crimes at a significantly higher rate than native-born Americans. Yeah.
Okay. So what role do you think that structural racism and inherent bias has to play in those statistics?
I don't think that the people who enter this...
What role does structural and inherent bias play in
statistics? What role
statistics?
do you think that structural racism and inherent bias has to play in those statistics?
I don't think that the people who enter this country illegally are forced to do so by some sort of systemic racism. There's no systemic American racist going down to El Salvador and saying, you better get up and sneak into the United States. And there's nobody in the United States who forces people who come here illegally to commit crimes. I think the premise of this question is actually quite offensive, though it's a popular assumption, which is that illegal aliens somehow don't have free will. It's the assumption that illegal aliens are somehow morally uneducated. They have no sense of right and wrong. They have no ability to control their emotions and their impulses. This is obviously profoundly racist and not true. We have free will. We have the ability to do what we want to do. This is why, by the way, the majority of...
It's the same situation with something like voter ID, right? When people make the argument, oh, it's going to discriminate against black people. Wait. Why? How? Well, because black people don't have IDs. Wait, huh? So just because of the color of my skin, I don't have ID? And on top of that, like, because of the color of my skin, if I didn't have an ID, if you were right, like, I couldn't figure out how to get one? Like, you think I'm stupid because of the... Oh, okay. You think I'm stupid because of the color of my skin? All right. Okay. You know, it destroys the entire argument. And obviously, we've seen in Georgia recently the numbers that have doubled. We're from like 600,000 to, I think the last number that I saw was like 1.1 million. But voter ID laws are very restrictive. Not buying it.
Have the ability to do what we want to do. This is why, by the way, the majority of Hispanic people in the United States and Hispanic voters oppose illegal immigration. The races are exactly the same. The ethnicity is exactly the same. The question of crime is different because race does not determine your criminality.
That's not what I'm saying.
Said.
I'm saying that people of color are more likely to be convicted of crimes unfairly than white people.
They're more likely to commit certain crimes, that's true. I don't think that's because of their race. I think it's because of aspects of their free will and perhaps of culture.
That's not true. I'm talking about...
That is true. I mean, what I just said is true.
I'm not quite sure where you're getting your statistics from, and you choose
from
to
the federal
interpret
government.
them. You choose to interpret
From
them
the
in your...
Bureau of Justice Statistics and
Can I
Department of
talk?
Homeland Security.
Can I talk? Is that
well,
okay?
you said you didn't know where I got my statistics from, and I'm telling you where I get them from.
Well, it would have been nice if you could have let me finish my sentence. Anyway,
I was answering your question.
You are using your statistics for your own agenda, and that's your prerogative.
I'm citing...
Hold on, what'd they bleep out right there?
You are using your statistics for your own agenda, and that's...
For your in something agenda? They're bleeping something out right there. Like, I didn't bleep that out.
You are using your statistics for your own agenda, and that's your prerogative.
I'm citing statistics because they're true.
I'm talking about the fact that I'm faculty here. I also support our protester in the back.
What do you support specifically? Do you think that anti-immigrant rhetoric is violent free speech?
Yes, because of the reasons
you think that
I'm
speech is
about.
violence?
No, I think that
that's what that sign says.
The conversation that you're having is oppressive.
So I am oppressing people by what I'm doing. So I am exerting violence on people by my speech. That's what the sign says, and that's what you just said.
It contributes to...
And the protester is saying that's exactly what I'm doing, and she's saying that's exactly what her sign means. So that means that you, a faculty member at an American public university, paid for by taxpayer dollars, are conflating speech with violence.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. The absurdity of all of this, like, What happened to sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. So because I call you the B word, meaning a female dog, like that's violence? That's violent. Well, I got a whole paragraph for you. You gonna come out looking like you just, rumble with Mike Tyson or something, apparently, because it's violent to say words to you, that go against your statements. The absurdity. Me speaking words that go against whatever it is that you are saying is violent. That is wild. It makes zero sense at all. And yeah, that's totally bogus. That is BS. People have become, and I've said this before, I think this is the problem. Life, at least for a while, had become too cushiony. It had become too easy. At the press of a button, we could have somebody bring us anything. Press a few buttons on Amazon. People could deliver our packages right to our front door. Press of a few buttons on any one of these food app services, they would just bring our food right to our front. We don't even have to leave the house. Don't have to go hunting. All of these sorts of things that have made life very easy and comfortable. People had to create something that brought some adversity to life. That's the way that I feel, but maybe I'm wrong. Y'all let me know in the comment section, because this is just like, what?
Speech with violence.
Yes.
Your speech.
Speech can be violent. What you are saying contributes to systemic racism in this country. It means that my students of color are pulled over and accused of stealing a car when they did not.
I'm not pulling anybody over for stealing
I'm
any
not
cars.
saying that you
I see many
personally
people
did.
of many different races in this room. They all seem to be doing just fine. I don't think any of them have felt violence because they listened to a lecture on basic facts about our immigration system. The question was, have I asked on basic facts about our immigration system? The question was...
I was trying to listen to what the person in the background said. They said, do you care to ask us if we felt violence, or do you just assume that we didn't feel any violence? The person, that's what it sounded like a lady in the background said.
The question was, have I asked people in this room if they've felt as though some violence has been committed on them? No, I haven't asked, because no violence has been committed on you. Because violence is not a subjective feeling. Violence is an objective fact. I can objectively gauge whether or not someone has become violent. The other day, I was at the University of Missouri, Kansas City. Some protester attacked me with some weird chemical. That was an objective act of violence. But somebody disagreeing with me, such as some people in this room are doing, are not committing violence on me. And I would say to you, as a faculty member at a taxpayer-funded university, this is the...
Talk about defunding the police, which is what, a lot of these individuals like to yell and scream. How about defunding this university with these trash professors that say this craziness stuff? Oh my God, the words that people are saying are just the most violent things. What? And you're supposed to be teaching the next generation, huh? Defunded. Why should our hard-earned tax dollars go to a BS? No. Craziness. Talk about overhauling everything. Maybe we need to overhaul how our tax dollars are spent. Maybe the taxpayers should have a say. You got universities like this that are spewing out this type of garbage. As taxpayers, we should be able to say no. You're not getting any of our tax dollars. Since everybody wants to overhaul everything nowadays, I guess, just want to tear the whole system down. All right, cool. We're going to overhaul the tax system too,
Foundation of liberal and a taxpayer-funded university. This is the foundation of liberal education. If you cannot understand that there is a difference between speech and violence, you don't understand anything that undergirds the liberal arts or liberal education. And that is a real shame. And I say this with all respect and with great distress for our universities. If our teachers don't understand the difference between ideas and violence, between speech and violence, then they are in no position to educate the next generation of Americans.
And the whole crowd claps. You love to see it. You love to see it because it's just a crazy statement. Can we like teach common sense in schools? Can we do that? Please. Because that's common sense. Me saying some words to you is not violence. That doesn't even make sense. And once again, you can pile that onto another tactic to silence speech. Another tactic to silence folks. First, it was the, oh, you're a phobe or you're an ist, which was thrown out in this debate here. But also now it's, oh, your words are very violent. If anybody has an explanation, please explain it to me in the comment section below. That is just wild. Just simply stating statistics is violent. Like, I don't get it. And I don't understand why people want to create so many problems and microaggressions and words are violent, and if you disagree you're an ist or a phobe. Can we just get back to common sense and, you know, block parties and showing love to everybody? Can we just get back to that, please? Like, maybe that's too much to ask at this point. I don't know. Y'all let me know how you feeling about it in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, and of course hit that subscribe button before you go. Once again, thank you guys for all of the love and support. Thank you for continuing to smack that like button on the videos. I greatly appreciate it. Sharing these videos on social media, on other websites, on your through text messages. Hey, listen, I greatly appreciate every single bit of it. All right, leaving comments as well for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you. Thank you. I know I can't say it enough, but man, I greatly appreciate it. All right. Peace and love. I'm out.